So, you crochet and you're online, and I'm sure you've heard of that one girlie, the one and only Taylor Swift. And therefore, you've seen that dress, that little dress that you wore out with her hot boyfriend. I saw it too. Everyone saw it. And everyone's making it. And I like to be part of the trend, okay? I like to be one of the girlies. I like to be with the pop girlies. So, we're going to make the dress. I purchased some yarn. The original dress is by the brand VRG GRL or VRG, I don't know how to say that. VRG GRL. It's an Australian brand. The dress goes by $120. We can talk a little bit about that later. But it's sold out. There are quite a few nice photos of it on the website, and as well as a few different angles of Miss Taylor Switzels wearing it. I think we can get a pretty picture of how this is done. By the way, she wore this out on the 24th of June. It's now the 30th. I'm pretty sure people have already released patterns. That's quite fast. I think it will take me a little while because it's long sleeves, so let's see. When I went to buy yarn, I basically went by color. I tried to find a yarn that had all of the colors that this dress has. What is so iconic about this dress, apart from it being crochet, it's the color scheme. I think it's a very fun color scheme. I particularly love orange. I've been in an orange kick recently, although I do go for a more hotter shade of orange. Sometimes it's nice to have a little subtle orange, a little apricot. So I just searched for a yarn that had all of the colors and that suggested a crochet hook size in between 3 and 4.5. Personally, looking at the dress, and the brand does actually have a very close-up picture of the crochet on the website, it feels like that's around the range that they used. The yarn that I found that had all of the colors in a size that I thought would be decent is this one. It's a cotton yarn TEX 465. It recommends a 3.5 millimeter hook. It had literally all the colors that we needed. I hope that I bought enough yarn. This is all I bought. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe I don't have enough, but it's quite an open weave, so I might have enough. Oh, this is so good. While looking at the dress, there are a few things that I find quite weird. First of all, the front and the back, they don't match. I don't know why. When you're doing a crochet project, you wouldn't match the seams in the shoulder. This dress is pretty much like a big rectangle with like a little bit of a cut here on the side for the sleeve holes and a canoe neckline. A little bit of a decrease for the neckline. The only way that I can function this dress in my head is making one front panel, one back panel, 2 sleeves. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will start with the orange, and I will do a chain that is big enough for the side of my body. You find the yaws. Where are my hooks? Where are they? Well, how will I start? Specifically looks for a 3.5 millimeter hook project. Does not have a 3.5 millimeter hook. You're so good with what you do, babes. I actually do have a 3.5. Made a big chain. Big chain. I'm starting from the side, so like this. Measuring it from down here where I want the sleeve to come from, all the way to a nice length. This is so weird. I don't know if it's me being tired, but it feels like the center of the skein is a different color than the outer. You probably cannot tell. I feel like it's definitely different. What's your guys' concentration face like? Because mine's like... I don't think that's cute. hours and 12 minutes later, and I finally finished one round of the pattern. I really thought I could finish the front panel tonight. I want to be in with a trend, okay? But it takes long. Crochet takes a long time. I think it might be a little long, which is okay because this is cotton. And listen, I wash my stuff in the washing machine. I do. My stuff usually shrinks, which is good if it turns out long, and it's bad if it turns out quite short, but I think it's gonna be alright. This is like the armhole. I basically grew a little bit on with this lilac, and then I grew a lot this white here. Now we're going back to the orange. I will do like 2 more rows, and then maybe I'll start doing the neckline. Also the white, imagine just like coming out with like a yarn factory. Look at this, they're the same yarn, same brand. They're supposed to be the same yarn, but they're not. Can you see how much thinner this one is than this one? It feels like half the size, I don't know. So I got this white yarn that I have, like raw white, natural white. I've been doing it for 4 hours and 40 minutes. I can barely speak and I'm very tired, so I'm going to sleep. This is what I have so far. It might be a bit too long. Good night. See you in a second. Hello. We are a little over half of the front panel done. I'm in a bit of a conundrum. The original dress has this pattern repeated all the way around. It almost feels like it's one big fabric and they just kind of cut it, which is not the case, but it feels like that. And that kind of bothers me a lot. It's annoying to me when patterns don't match, especially in such a handmade thing. I'm making the fabric so I can make it match. I'm conflicted. Should I change the pattern? I think I might do it. Basically, I did 2 rounds of the pattern and I did the first 4 stitches for the orange, and instead of going lilac, lilac, brown, white, brown, white, brown, I will go brown, white, brown, white, brown, lilac, lilac, and then it will be mirrored. So everything that is happening here will happen in the other side. So it will be a little bit different from the original dress because I'm doing it and I can. We're 6 hours and 9 minutes in. It's been a while. I'm almost at the end of the first skein. I already ordered more yarn. It's been a week since our girlie wore this crochet dress, so obviously a lot of people are already, coming up with their creations. Everyone's in their orange, brown, lilac era now. And honestly, I love it whenever like a celebrity wears something that is so easily replicable. It's obviously very time consuming like anything crochet is, but it's very easily replicable. So a lot of people do it and it's like this creative boom. Even though everyone's doing the same thing, this is the time when a lot of people will pick up crochet. Like I'm sure some of you, at least one person here, is watching this because they want to make the dress because they're a tailor fan, which by the way, I will show you how to make the dress. Just give me a minute, okay? I need to make it before I show you how to make it. I think it's very nice that celebrity has this power to bring people to a craft just because of them wearing it. They didn't even make it. It happened when Harry Styles wore the J.W. Anderson cardigan, which I thought it was so nice. He released the pattern for free and he even did tutorials because that was such an interesting cardigan. We actually really want to do a whole video about this phenomenon of tailor kind of bringing people to craft. Like if you're on TikTok, you've probably seen at least one Swiftie making a outfit for the Era store. It's amazing to see these people who have never crocheted, like never bedazzled, never sewed anything in their lives, making this very honestly like advanced things just because they want to wear it to Taylor's concert. Such a nice creative form. It reminds me of this comment that I had on my video that really spoke to me. It's like you'll learn something when you have a reason to. A lot of Swifties, they learn how to sew, they learn how to bedazzle, they learn how to crochet because it's their idol's style they want to replicate. It's a form of expression to show their love for their idol, and I absolutely love that. And I think it's interesting that this like billionaire kind of brings people into a lower budget version of her thing. I like that. I think it's really interesting. I like when people craft. $10 and 32 minutes to crochet one panel. I'll have some dinner and we'll get into our night shift. Maybe I can make the back panel in 8 hours instead of 10. I will call it a night. It's almost 1 and I wake up at 6. So this took me like 4 hours, 15 minutes. Also, I'm almost out of the brown. I did order a couple of brown. Let's see if they arrive tomorrow, hopefully. Anyway, see you tomorrow in just a second. Hi, good evening. I ran out of brown yarn this morning when I was crocheting. Before I finished the last roll of brown, which is upsetting. I don't know why I under-ordered yarn. I usually am good with like over-ordering it by just a bit. So I ordered in different places and I'm scared that the shades won't be the same. And this is my new brown. It's a lot different. Maybe not a lot different. It's a little bit lighter on the red, but it's just so little. So I'll just use it. Also, I just really want to finish it. I'm excited. Something happened. Oh my god, you guys will not believe this. You guys will not believe this. My mom crochets. She came into my studio this morning and she was like, are you making the tailor dress? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, I ordered the yarn. So she's receiving a yarn package with these collars. And she's going to be making this dress for herself. So we will have the same dress in a few weeks. That's what I was talking about yesterday. I think it's really fun when like everyone is doing the same project. Me and my mom we'll be twinning in our Taylor Swift dress. I'll probably post it on Instagram. Let's all make matching dresses. That's so fun. Oh, I forgot to say, because I ran out of the brown, I had a bit more time to crochet. So I started on the first sleeve. So this is using a lot less yarn and it's going by a lot faster. So hopefully for tonight, I can finish the back panel and finish the one sleeve. And maybe we can be done by tomorrow. Hopefully. I'm at 16 hours and 8 minutes, so I managed to like get in like 2 hours of crochet this morning. Let's just do that. I have not crocheted in a hammock for so long. And when I used to crochet in the hammock, I hadn't moved this thing to this part of the room. Let's see. I have to be very careful with the TV. Welcome to my bedroom. If you've never been, I have a hammock and I will probably crochet here for like 5 minutes and then I'll go to my bed. I was crocheting like this, like all cozy and comfortable. I literally slept. I was like this and I slept for like 5 minutes. Have you guys ever slept while crocheting? Hey guys, I finished the back panel yesterday. And I delusionally thought I could finish this first sleeve yesterday and I could not. So I did it today. They are looking quite big, huge. Maybe I should grow, excuse you. So I'm almost finishing the first sleeve, which by the way, really does look like a rag. Okay, maybe a rag is a mean thing. I mean, I made it, so I can say it. It really is just like a little granny rug. This sleeve is actually quite a good size. For me to reach this size, I would actually need to do quite a bit more. So I will grow all of these first bits here all the way till around this. We're like 25 hours and 39 minutes in. I need to see if it fits me okay. I'm I've forgotten to mention, I made it quite long. I will pretend I did it on purpose. I honestly think it's quite chic. If I was to go for Taylor's look exactly, I should make an extra orange roll in each side of each panel. Since this is now fully a different dress, I won't actually bother. Let me finish my dress. I will now finish this sleeve and do my other sleeve. It's day 5.
Lizzie McGuire, you are an outfit repeater.
Genuinely thought it would be a little less time consuming, just a little. 34 hours and 6 minutes of doing this. I have all of the pieces. This is my front panel, this is the back, and these are the 2 sleeves. So pattern wise, we've already established it's a simple design, but it's very time consuming because crochet takes very long. It does. It just does. Okay? It does. And that's actually a little bit of a conversation topic that I think is important to mention briefly. As you saw, crochet takes a very long time. To make from yarn these 4 pieces of fabric, I took 34 hours. That is including the weaving off the ends, but not including that extra time that I took to fix my pattern for the sleeve holes. I'm not the fastest crocheter on this earth, but I still have to close this garment and make like the little hem. I don't think this can be done from start to finish in less than 30 hours. And I'm just saying all of that, and I calculated my time doing this just to kind of bring as an example the fact that crochet takes a long time. And especially with this dress that is very much in the cultural zeitgeist right now. If I was to sell this one dress that I made with my both hands, I still have a bit to go, but let's just say it took me 35 hours, which it would take me a little bit longer. If I paid myself $12 an hour, this dress would be $420. And that's just the labor. That's not counting materials. That's not counting any branding costs. Just my labor, $420. The original dress by the brand VRG GRL was $120. That means that the people who made this dress were not paid fairly. If you're not really into crochet, I would like to let you know, crochet can only be done by hand. There's no actual machines that make crochet. There are knitting machines and there are weave machines that make fabrics that look a lot like crochet. A lot of the reason why people don't really spend time making crochet machines because crochet is so specific. It goes around in itself. A lot of times the stitches are so intricate. The brand themselves has responded to comments questioning this, saying that this is made by hand, this is handmade, as you know, we thought it was because it is crochet. So the original dress is not fairly priced. There is exploitation of labor going on in the VRG GRL brand. This cannot be done for $120 take home for the person who made it. That's not all that price includes. That price also includes the brand, the revenue for the brand and the brand owners, the material cost. So that is very, you know, a low price for that dress to be manufactured. And that's not me blaming Taylor, by the way. I've seen people blaming Taylor when talking about this whole pricing of crochet, and I think that's really unfair. You can't criticize Taylor Swift about any of things, but this specifically I think is really lame. First of all, I don't even think she buys her own clothes. Her stylist probably receives a bunch of clothing. I do think Taylor Swift dresses herself for her street style, but I do think she picks up from an array of choices that she has, probably chosen by her stylist. And even if that's not the case, even if Taylor Swift herself was scrolling to Instagram, saw the VRG GRL website, was like, I love this dress, I'm gonna buy it, I don't think the cost of labor of crochet passes through her mind. And I don't think that it's fair to blame her for this. A lot of people don't think about it. This is why I think it's important to mention, because now maybe someone who had not thought about this before might be thinking about this now. I don't think she really stopped herself before buying the dress and was like, how much is the minimum wage today? Could I do this dress in less than 10 hours? Maybe this is not fairly priced. I don't think that's in most people's heads unless you do crochet. I'm sorry for the little bit of low vibe, but I think it has to be said because We live in a world where garment workers a lot of the times do not get paid fairly for their work, and in this corner of the internet we like clothing, we like making that, and it's important to kind of know how it's treated outside of our home ateliers. I really don't want this to be a bummer of a video. This is a nice dress, it's pretty. I made it with my both hands, I bought my own material, and you can do that too. So let's close it and take a look, see how it looks, okay? So right now I'll be joining the shoulder seams, so the front and the back, right here. And then in the little gap that I left for the sleeve, I will attach the sleeve, one sleeve to each side, okay, mirrored, so that they're symmetrical. And after that, I will fold everything and stitch on the sides from one sleeve all the way to where the dresses start and then down the dress. So it's a long L-shaped stitch. Let's do it. After 2 afternoons of hand sewing everything together, this is the dress fully assembled, and the last step is to do a single crochet border all around the bottom, the cuffs, and the neckline.
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
Besties! Oh my god. I finished that. Okay, fine. I'll show you.
Walk out the door, you see someone that you know and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So a few things that I would have fixed. The shoulder has to be a little bit bigger, and the length, obviously, I fucked up. The sleeve is quite alright, And actually I was taking the photos that you're probably seeing right now. I'm wearing these like mini shorts, and I tucked the dress inside the shorts, and I just was walking. Like I was walking, I was jumping, I was walking around like taking the photos. It did not move. For me to wear this long, I will probably be adding a little belt. Like this. I know not everyone is into this look, but I quite like it. That's what you get for like not writing a pattern and just trying to wing it really fast. 40 hours and 8 minutes and 48 seconds. It's a bit of time. If you're a beginner, I'm pretty sure you will be able to make it. Might take you a few tension samples, a few tries to get the hang of the stitch, but you can totally make it. Just know it will take time, especially if you haven't done this. But in general, this is it. I really enjoyed this outfit, although I wish I had done it smaller, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it was worth the 40 hours. Let me know what you think about this dress. Let me know if you're going to make it, if someone that you know wants to make it. If there's someone that you know that wants to make it, send them this video, or just send this video to people that you know that might like some craft and DIY stuff, because that's what my channel is all about. And if you do want to make this dress, I will be posting a YouTube tutorial on how to make this dress step by step for complete beginners, and the video will be just a tutorial, minimal yapping, just how to do it, and the tutorial will have the corrections based on my experience of making it wrong, that are basically the length and the neckline. I did already fix it on mine, as you can see. I took off the orange hem, I added 4 more rolls in each side, and then I added the orange hem again. So yeah, stay tuned. On Thursday hopefully I will be posting that, and very soon after that, on Sunday or Tuesday, I'll be posting part 2 of the journey that was trying to replicate that Irish crochet lace viral TikTok code. So stay tuned for that. I would love it if you subscribe, if your friends subscribe, and if everyone subscribed. But if you can't, that's fine. Consider liking the video, subscribing, and don't forget to comment down below. I'll hopefully see you very, very soon. Bye bye.